Get him!
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
I do. Where are you off to now, then? Bound for the Free Cities, perhaps? Oh.
You're injured. What happened here? Where are your comrades?
It swallowed our camp. My own men. There's a village not far. We can't let those...
I'll go.
Thank you. Forgive me, Lord Cougar.
Rest well, soldier. You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go round it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Good. I got here in time.
Someone there! Please, I can't move my leg!
That doesn't sound like an Akashic. You're with the battalion?
I am.
Taken care of. One of your brothers-in-arms told me
Another survivor. Where is he? Tell me.
his wounds were too deep.
He was right to send you. Tabor is safe, thanks to you. You seem familiar. Have we met?
You must have me confused with someone else.
Wait. That scar. Son of a whore. I was there in Cosnis when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith when you killed my commander.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over.
And what of my ill will?
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it.
My oath! Oh.
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm...
No. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw.
Man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. Just know that I will fight.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Welcome, travelers. We don't get many visitors here in Tabor.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
Are you buying or selling? A fine choice. Anything else?
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants. To the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rights. Ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her... I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us! We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity!
How dare you!
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic. He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools! Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough. Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation.
The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yotei of the lake?
By all means.
Yotei, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are field, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yotei.
Let's find our friends.
mean she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Is that blade for hire, perchance?
Figurative.
Well, a passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my trade. Dread Evis are aggressive beasts, compelled as they are.
Do you want it?
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it tan. Dread Evis skin is a rare thing indeed. But the worked hide of a well-aged beast. Bring me that beast's skin.
All right.
Of course you will. Leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches west. Once you reach the... I eagerly await your say...
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix, and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token. For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal if there is nothing for...
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then.
We'll talk about this later. Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any crystals...
You! Finally.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would have...
The university?
A specialist in ancient cultures. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my the answers I seek lying. Would you to an old man?
Climb the stair.
And memorize... some courteous soul is rumored to have carved... 3 of them, to be precise. 1 each to the north. I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed light on a riddle. I mean, namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of Tabor's unique...
I can't promise I'll remember everything
Remember what you can. I'll piece together the rest.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor.
That mark. You must be Lord Rosfield. A pleasure.
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Have you noticed the elder has been...
Not a scratch on them.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes.
Why won't the sky go back to how it was? I don't like it.
Nor do I.
No history would be complete without mention of the Mother Crystals. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read.
How are those new boots treating you?
The engravings were in good repair, considering.
Oh, what the like? Oh, come, don't tease me now. What? Let's start with the...
Guardians of the Crystal. The first stones of Tabor. I'm pretty sure...
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those... But, whatever.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains. Lay your... I think...
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor. Its guardian root. This is proving...
Children of the Hunters. That's all three.
And so, we add primitive farmers to Tabor's 3 engravings. Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the... Little wonder it was so difficult to trace the route. Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact...
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Ha!
Run like the wind. All right. This might be easy.
Be safe.
Old he may be, but it looks like there's still plenty of fight in him yet. The sooner it's off my hands, the better. Here's your hide.
I worried you might never return. Quickly, let me see. Oh, as supple as a maiden's cheek. Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. Join me as my honored partner. With my means and your might, we shall be as wealthy as the merchant kings of Zemeckis.
I don't plan on making a habit of this.
Very well. Though... do not allow me to keep...
The free cities under sea. Fly, Ambrosia. Orcs. Then let us be rid of them. Clive. Smoke.
Is the city fallen?
free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
If we're going to do this, we'll need...
Clive, it just so happens that right at this...
And what tell...
Why, your fearlessness?
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies... Randalar has been particularly badly affected. None remain free for long, of course. Most find themselves under the protection of the... But the army, too, is in disarray, and finds itself... unable to provide...
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure these masterless bearers remain that way.
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to free dozens more, and for an attractive price, no less.
So where does my skill with a blade come in?
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, we have nowhere to house them. So we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled. Somewhere far from the prying eyes of those who would see them enslaved once more. And we believe we have found one. The place was abandoned a long time ago, but when the men moved out, the beasts moved in.
And so we seek the aid of a fearless...
How could I refuse?
Excellent. Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements for the...
Of course.
Sounds like you'll have your...
I will. We have an entire village to stock and furnish, even if I begin right now. So I'd better get started. Try to clear the place out before the wagon.
I'll do my best.
You will find the village in Chadra's Thread, past Lateney's Cleft. My man there will open the gate for you.
All right.
I'm sure you...
Run like the wind.
This must have been a nice place once.
It will be again.
Get him!
Finished.
Now, Torgal!
that's the last of them.
I think you're right. Let's head back to Boklad. Is something the matter, Theodore? Quiet.
Those are our terms.
I shall.
Him?
Someone you know?
Yes, but enough about him.
It's done.
You made quick work of it.
I should go and let Eloise.
Don't let me. But Clive. She'll only get upset. I'll explain everything.
All right. Eloise, I just...
Thank you, Clive. Here. Something for your... Well then. Now that you have laid the ground, I suppose we'd better... The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our...
You're still in negotiation?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf. But I suppose it's to be expected. This is the army we're dealing with. But we shall emerge victorious in the end.
Well, if you need any help, you know where to find me.
I'm not sure I do.
Ah, Clive.
You wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier, the one. He represents the Silver Peak Consortium.
I don't think I've heard of...
Well, every trader in Dharmekia has. And they're still expanding. They've been... And judging by...
And you'd rather she did?
I would rather she did. And I would never deny her such. Eloise saved me from slavery. And we have... But this was not the life. I won't let her give up on her... She freed me from... And she must be freed from hers.
You're a good man, Theo.
I have always been grateful for what my... And I want to repay the favor. By each time an opportunity to do just...
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why I want this time to be different. Though I'm sure I'll still need some help.
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then. These bearers aren't going to move them. That's a job for the crim...
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need.
You know what you have to do. Clive, as you know, our time grows short. The Lord... Before we part, I want you to know that...
Thank you. But his revenge...
It is the one and it is all that I have lived.
But what of Lostwing?
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, and we shall fight to the last. But there are those among us who cannot fight. I would place Lostwing in their hands, but a village home only to the frail and the And so, Clive, will you take them to your hideaway? But...
I will.
Thank you. The people I speak of have withdrawn to go...
Understood.
Then the last of my prepper, and may Griga guide us.
Come then, brother. We are awaited in Gotan's bales.
Everyone. You can no longer guarantee your protection.
Sid, none of us would be standing here today if we owe him our lives. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lostwing, and if that's what has to happen, then so be it. We get to see.
I hope so.
Oi! You lot!
They've gone with Master Quint.
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's manor. We have to get Quint. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a gun. They don't stand a chance again. They're all gonna fuck...
Sid! Don't worry about us. We can't let Quentin die before that
All right. Where is this manor?
It's way over to the...
Promise us, Sid.
Faster!
Clive, look.
No. Don't tell me we're too late. Quentin.
Which is more than I can say. They followed me without question.
This must be the guard dog, Quentin. I'll hold it off.
But...
your comrades didn't die for nothing. Don't let their sacrifice...
I won't.
Come on, then.
That is no mere guard dog.
No. Just a rabid beast that needs to be put down. Is it over?
It is. He wept and begged for me, just as I dreamed of all my plans. Building a haven in Lostwing, freeing Bearer, it was all for this. But what is? My faithful comrades.
Quentin.
Master Quentin! Oh.
You.
And so are you. It's Lostwing.
What? Lostwing. My Lostwing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool!
Damn it. Quentin's not going to last long in there. Then we'll finish this quickly.
Titan!
I need to find Quentin. Quentin. Quentin! Look! Thank the Founder. He hasn't turned. Welcome back to the...
Is Lostwing?
The flood has...
I see. Then all is a straight...
No, Master Quinton.
Why? All that I strove for is gone. I have nothing left.
Well, the heck are you on? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you only free...
I prayed, and I prayed, and you did. Can't we just go back to how it was?
Your work ain't over. We believed that you were the...
Your village may be lost, so long as you remain.
But why? Why would anyone follow...
Because we're family.
Family?
Yeah. And all our... Lostwing weren't just a village.
It was. And as long as we're still...
We can start again. Build...
A fresh start. One life ends. Why just a village? What's to stop?
That's the master...
Please. Quinton, Wilson, after all. Permit me to withdraw my request. I will no longer...
I'll pretend you never...
But you must be rewarded for your efforts.
A bottle or two of your fun.
Of course. And I have a feeling that if you don't mind...
I look forward to...
Claude.
Oh?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems they're barrack. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave, but we ain't got nowhere for him to bed down. Poor buggers are out. I'd build him a new, but where would I put him? Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle.
I see.
And it isn't just that. There's been more and more of them turning, but there's only so many. We can't keep cramming more and more people, and that's what I was hoping you...
It's no burden.
Thank you.
So?
Well, I reckon...
Eastpool, it's been a long...
It was a tragedy, and if any of us could have done anything to stop... But what's done is done. And those who lived...
I suppose...
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon there's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den. Nasty bastards they are, too.
I would have sent someone to clear him out sooner, if my boys... But now we've got a few more Guardians of the Flame to call on.
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved. I won't have bandits.
And I know the men. I've already shared a few thoughts with Saway, and I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too. Why don't you go and talk to him?
Of course.
Back to Eastpool, then.
Not just yet. Let's hear Wade's plan first. So, Wade.
And you, Lord Rosfield.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free East...
That's right. I rather fear my men have been treading on... And then there are the bearers. Men and women, we need somewhere to settle them.
As can I. Which is why I...
That's very kind of you. With you beside us, we shall soon send...
So?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. And rather less, thankfully. A small force would suffice to clear the village. But if the...
I'll head into Eastpool and you and the Guardians can stay outside the village and make sure I'm not...
I can't ask you to bear all that...
The Akashic are the bigger risk.
Well, if you're sure, I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you?
No need, my lord.
All right.
We shall see you there.
Who the hell are you? Kill them!
You will leave this place or face the consequences. That's the end of that, then. Or maybe not. What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too. Too slow. All yours, Torgal. surprise?
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping...
We were. Put down more than a few...
Let's hope it was the last of its kind.
I would hope so.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living. It might be best to send word for them to...
Of course. Leave it with me.
Home. Without masters.
No. We're the masters now. Our lives are our own at last.
That's all of them. And not a single Akashic in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease, but we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join them.
Of course.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived. If you need anything more...
And we will.
Eastpool lives again.
Sir Wade told me you got rid of the... What's all this about? On second thoughts, it'll only give me nightmares of me own.
I suppose it will be.
What else? Sir Wade said it. There's plenty bad happened to that place.
Did Wade say?
Well, anyway, the poor souls might have made it. So the way I see it, if it's food or lumber...
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you.
I wanted... Sounds like thunder.
You're late. I was starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come. Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Midadol, but everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
Hey?
My boy.
Uncle Byron.
It's really you. I never thought I'd see the day.
So these Akashic are being controlled?
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in the city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people?
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived. Some in the Merchants' District to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashics stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties. I will make for the Merchants' District, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the Mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
Shall we then?
And you keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.